Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you are watching this video. My name is Ana, and I'm a raging fan of the diamond cutter system, a practical philosophy that is based on the ancient wisdom of emptiness and karma. I have used this system myself, and in just 8 short months, I have succeeded in tripling my income as an employee, not as an entrepreneur. And because I am such a big fan of the system, I have decided to go study it in depth at the Sedona College of International Management, the training academy where the Diamond Cutter Institute is certifying speakers to train various levels of DCI. And when I went to SCIM to study how the Diamond Cutter system can be applied in leadership, I met my colleague Alix. Hello, Alix.
Hello, everybody.
And because I want to facilitate the spreading of this system, of this knowledge around the world, I have decided to interview my colleagues from Sedona College of International Management because they are living examples. They are teaching these levels, they are teaching this method around the world, and also they have applied it many times to reach their personal goals. So that's why we are here. We are going to have a very short interview of 15 to 20 minutes. And Alix is going to answer to my questions that would bring more clarity to the... what is happening? Okay. Did you hear anything?
A little bit.
Yeah, so my YouTube just started. Okay. So these technical things happen when you have multiple tabs on. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with the first question, Alix.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yes, 1 second. Let me find my questions because I have put them somewhere. Okay, great. So first of all, can you tell us the story of how you first got in contact with the diamond cutter system and how it changed your life?
First of all, I would like to thank you very much for having me on your show, Anna, and for what you're doing to help spread the system of the diamond cutter. It's amazing.
Thank
Um,
you.
I live in Durango, Colorado, United States of America, and I'm a realtor here in Colorado. We don't have a lot of Diamond Cutter Institute trainings here in America, even though Geshe Michael Roach lives in America. So a friend of mine invited me, a friend of mine who also goes to Sedona College, Janice Sanders. This was way before the Sedona College even started. And she invited me to go to a training down in Phoenix, Arizona, where Geshe Michael was speaking. And I went to that training, and at the training, which was a week-long training, he mentioned that there was this Diamond Cutter Institute where business people around the world were learning how to use these ancient systems for modern success. I became very interested right away because I have personally been using meditation and yoga, and I'm a business person. So it seemed like a perfect match for me to figure out how to integrate these different interests in my life. So I got interested there, and then I went to another event and asked how could I get involved in learning more about Diamond Cutter Institute's methods, and that is how I got interested in the Sedona College.
Oh, great. Can you tell us very short for the people who don't know, who is Geshe Michael Roach, because you mentioned his name?
Yes, Geshe Michael Roach is the founder of the Diamond Cutter Institute, and he trained for many years, over 25 years, in the systems of ancient meditation and success, and he applied them to his business in New York City, which was Andon Diamond International. And he applied these systems of karma and emptiness to business success in that company, became one of the fastest growing companies in the history of New York City, and eventually sold to Warren Buffett for many millions of dollars. And that success that he applied from the ancient wisdom became a book that he wrote, the Diamond Cutter book. And that is how we all have had the access to how to use these methods in business through Geshe Michael Roach.
Exactly. I have read that book 3 years ago, less than 3 years ago. And after I finished it, I said, oh my God, this is the key to success. At that point, I was managing a team. So it was very easy for me to apply it with my team members. And it was such a shift in thinking. It was mind-opening, really mind-opening. Yeah, I was very inspired by that book, very inspired, and still am. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
I've read it 3 or 4 times and still constantly refer back to it. And in that book is the basis of almost everything that we have learned at the Sedona College of International Management.
Yeah, true. And can you tell us how, in general, how it changed your life, reading this book and going to that training and this whole meeting of yours with this system, with this philosophy? How did it change your life?
Well, my life has totally changed from the inside out. And it's because my point of view has changed. In the past, I felt like I had to, try to get something from outside. I would have to make a plan and then, hope that the plan would work and hope that, the things outside would line up the way I had tried to plan it. And sometimes that happened and sometimes it didn't. And it was very frustrating, if I was trying to do a campaign, phone calling or internet campaign, you never knew what would work. So
exactly.
The biggest way it's changed my life is I've become much more relaxed because I know that if I take personal steps that I do have control over, that things outside will line up on their own without me having to try to make them. So I've stopped trying to force things to happen. In the Diamond Cutter system, we say we plant things. So I do my activities using my actions, my speech, and my thoughts. And what I do today, I know that it will come around later. So I can plant it and forget about it. So I'm much more relaxed and I'm much more successful at the same time.
That's absolutely great. A small side note for those who don't know what planting means. In our system, we are using this verb of planting to explain when we are creating the real causes for the goals that we want to reach. So planting a seed is creating a cause that will generate the desired effect. So this is what it means, yeah? Okay, can you tell us about a time when you overcame a big challenge by using the Diamond Cutter system?
Yeah, thank you. That's a wonderful question. And it's a great place for me to start by talking about how I applied the Diamond Cutter system, because the very first thing I decided to apply it to, once I understood how to use the 4 steps, which I can tell you about as I tell this story, was my business income. I was in business with my business partner. We had a real estate team and we started this team together, but our income was very unsteady. Sometimes it would go up and then sometimes it would go up again. So it was like a roller coaster and we were having trouble getting ahead. So that's what I chose to use the 4-step plan for. And what I did was I needed to find somebody who wanted the same thing I wanted, which was a steady and growing business income. So I chose, without her knowing it, I chose my own business partner. And for the next few months, and still today, I focused on her financial success. What did she need to be more financially successful? How could I help her with the deals that she was working on? And so the first step is to know what you want. I needed stable income. The second step is find someone else who wanted the same thing. My business partner wanted that. And then I helped her in many little ways constantly we always had a once a week meeting anyway because we were business partners. So I could ask her, how is your business going? What can I do to help you with your deals? And then the fourth step, which is the most important step, is being happy about it and being happy about her successes. So this plan worked very well for us. Our income became steady and then steadily grew. That I started about 5 years ago, and our company has been very successful. And really, I have financial freedom now, which I attribute to that four-step plan that I started 5 years ago.
That's amazing. And this is another proof that first time that you are trying to use the diamond cutter system or the four steps, it would be very, very good to start with a financial objective because you can measure it. So you have done the same thing. I have done the same thing. Yeah, my first objective was to triple my income. So I went really, really big. Yeah, but you know, I have the bank account that is showing that I've done that. Yeah,
Yes.
so it's really amazing. Okay. This is a big goal that you have talked now, you have told us about right now. Can you tell us how you are applying the same system in very, very small ways every day? Because yes, I am a more advanced practitioner, let's say, but when after you are using this system once or twice, then you can see it becomes a way of life. Yeah, it becomes a living style. So what can you give us some examples on what you are doing on very small things every day and you apply the system?
Sure, I'd be happy to. And I think I'm going to stick with financial aspect. And as you said, it's measurable. And
Yeah.
it's something we all need. We need security and comfort to be able to have a home base, to be able to build on for all of the other goals that we have in our lives. So for financial ways that I do small things is I have just become much more generous. I always tip bigger at restaurants. When I buy a coffee, I'm always eager to pay for lunch, to buy someone lunch, to bring lunch back for the team. You know, they say diamond cutter people might like fight over who gets to pay for something. So my whole attitude about sharing has become a joyful thing. So all day long, I'm looking for opportunities to share in business and also in my home life with my partner that I live with. I'm always happy to buy the groceries to help him meet his financial goals. And then the being happy about it part, that fourth step, which we call coffee meditation. You know, when I get the chance to share something financially with somebody, I'm genuinely, this feeling of happiness grows in me because I know I'm making financial success for everybody in the world around me with that small action. And then at night before I go to bed, my partner and I actually review together our day, what we did, and the small ways we were able to help other people in all different areas. But if we helped someone financially, that's usually one of the things that we're rejoicing about because he's also working on financial stability in his life. So we do it together. We're happy that we helped somebody else by being kind and generous with them.
That's beautiful. I was laughing earlier because this is exactly the same thing that I'm doing whenever I meet with my friends. In my head, at least, I want to pay for that coffee. I want to pay for that lunch. And they are always like that. What are you doing? No, come on, let me. It's my pleasure. And
Exactly. And with my children too. I've just been able to be really generous with them, and they see me as a very generous person now, which I don't think they always did. And they don't ever take advantage of that. You know, they're never trying to, my kids are in their 20s, so they
mhm.
don't try to get money from me, but I see them becoming more generous in their life too.
Yeah, that's really, really beautiful. And what I really enjoy is the small results that I can see around whenever I receive things for free, let's say for free. They
Yeah.
are the effect of my small generosity every day. Basically, this is what is happening. And I am very grateful when I receive a surprise discount, for example, or somebody is insisting of paying for something for me, yeah, when I was not planning for that. So this is how I see the results of the small acts of generosity that I'm doing every day, yeah, and they are very fun. I really enjoy them, because that's not the point to receive free stuff. It's just
Right.
it's just a secondary effect, yeah, it's a secondary consequence.
Right. And the whole concept that you will get back what you give is, you say, it's not like you give because that's your goal, but it makes life more joyful, because you know that by sharing what you have, your needs will be taken care of and you don't have to worry about it.
Exactly, exactly. And I would also like to share something very, very interesting. One of my first 4 steps plan that I have done in the past at the beginning of my journey with the Diamond Cutter system was to start paying for the rent of my father. He didn't have his house of his own, so I have looked for a small studio apartment in the middle of the town, and it was my, let's say, present to him, to give him this studio and to pay for his rent. And 1 year afterwards, I have received from the employer an apartment for free. They didn't buy it for me, yeah, so they were paying my apartment and all the bills that I have for more than 1.5 years, yeah.
Wow.
And it was like, oh, this is very interesting, this is a cool coincidence, let's say.
Right. And it brings up the idea that like makes like. So you gave someone housing and then you got housing. And it really, I have totally found that it works like that. You know, it's very, what you give grows and comes back in a similar way.
Are you still surprised about the good results that come into your life?
You know, I am really surprised. And if you have time, I'll tell you a story of one of the amazing things that happened in
Of
one
course.
of my seed planting methods. This for me was the most amazing. I decided to do a 4-step plan on staying close to my partner, my boyfriend,
Mhm.
while following my passion. Because with the Diamond Cutter system, we have the opportunity to travel, and I'm going down to Sedona for 2 weeks at a time, 3 times a year. So I was away from home a lot, and I really had some fear that I would have trouble staying in as close a relationship with my partner as I wanted to. I found right after I decided to do this 4-step plan, I heard that my niece had a similar problem where she had a boyfriend in New York City, but she had been invited to go to California for a job. And
Mm.
she didn't know what to do because she was worried about being away from him. So I asked her if she would be my 4-step partner. She didn't know much about the Diamond Cutter system, but I asked her if it would be okay if we met online once a week. And she agreed. And so we shared ideas about how to stay close to each other. I actually bought a plane ticket for her to go back and visit her boyfriend. I
Nice.
sent her the Diamond Cutter book, which she was interested in, read. And then I kind of forgot about it. Our time together ended. We drifted out of those meetings and I forgot. And then a little while later, my boyfriend is a musician,
Mhm.
and Geshe Michael knows him. They've met before and they've played a little bit of music together. And Geshe Michael invited Ben and myself to go to Taiwan to play music and to attend and help out at a Diamond Cutter event in Taiwan for a week. We did several events, and we got to travel internationally together while we both did the things that we were totally passionate about. And there is no way in my wildest dreams I ever thought that we would be able to travel together for the Diamond Cutter system.
That's great. And all I can think now, it's about the plane ticket that you bought for your friend.
Yes, and our trip to Taiwan was all paid for. Our plane tickets were paid for. All our hotels were paid for. And so, yes, the plane ticket might have equaled one domestic plane ticket turned into 2 international plane tickets.
Yeah, it's always really fun to think about, first of all, to enjoy the good things that are happening and to remember where they are coming from. Maybe you have done something good in the past, much smaller, that now has grew a lot. Yeah, and it's very nice to try to pinpoint, okay, international travel, small vacation of 7 days in the other part of the world. How did I plant it? What is the real cause of it? Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
nice to think about it like that, because this is how you learn what to do also in the future, right?
Right. It builds confidence. And I learned from that experience, it's also very important to keep track and remember your 4-step plans, because I had actually kind of forgotten about it. And one of my friends said, "Oh my gosh, you planted this." And I'm like, "Oh, I had forgot that I planted it." But
Yeah.
I did very, very specifically, I did plant it and then I forgot about it. And that's the way seeds are. You can plant them and forget about them and they still ripen.
They still grow because
Yeah.
they are like in nature, right? Yeah.
That's right. You can't stop them, especially if you remember to be happy about them and water them with the joy about doing good. Yeah.
That's amazing. So beautiful stories. Thank you so much for sharing this with the world. Yeah, not only with me, with the world. To get the people inspired to try, because this is, it's not about believing in the system. It's about trying and see how it goes for yourself. Yeah, we are so joyful right now and we are laughing about it because we have tried it, and we see how it works. Yeah, because you cannot see it practically with your own eyes. Yeah, it's just logic. Yeah, it's logic, deduction, and thinking, okay, money, a triple salary might come from, I don't know, giving a lot of donations every month, like I do, for example.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So before we are closing this small show, I would like to invite you to tell us a little bit what is your life vision and how the diamond cutter system fits into it.
That's a great question. My life vision has evolved over the last few years as I've been going to the Sedona College to 10 sessions and really have immersed myself in the diamond cutter system day and night. It's now permeated everything that I do.
Mm-hmm.
So my vision for my life is to see the world around me and the people in that world as more successful and happier. It's become that everything around me and my own success are so closely tied together now that I can tell, um, I can tell by the happiness of the people around me whether I'm successful. I mean,
Yeah.
their success and my success are tied together. So my heart's desire is to see the people around me be successful in their financially, their relationships, their health, their peace of mind, and that we all have a common vision of how to help each other and help the world be a better place. And so the diamond cutter system fits into it because I am planting my world around me.
Yeah, beautiful. And maybe this diamond cutter system was done especially for this, right?
Yes, I think so. And it's challenging right now. Today, as we're filming this, the world is having a lot of problems, both in England, where Ana is, and where I am. We can use those problems to see where we still have work to do in our own selves. So if we see people as having financial problems, then I know I can work on my generosity and work on helping other people with their financial success. And if people are having health problems, how can I help the people around me be more healthy? What kind of small decisions in my life can I make that will promote health and safety for everyone around me?
Yeah. For me, the current global situation is related to relationships. Of course, it is a health problem. Of course, it will become an economic problem. I understand that. But first of all, we are being separated.
Yes.
Most of us are living alone in isolation. We are not allowed to hug our friends, to hug our partners, etc. So according to my perspective, how I'm perceiving this global situation, it's a major relationship problem.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how, this is my, let's say, mirror that is showing me, Ana, you should work more on bringing people together because we are experiencing a big separation worldwide. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's an excellent point. And that's one of the things I love about this system is exactly what you said. Now you have an action plan. We don't know how to solve all the world's problems, but we can decide I'm going to work on bringing people together. And then it
Yeah.
gives you something that you can wrap your mind around and you can be joyful about doing it. Like you're bringing us together right now.
Yes, exactly. From across the ocean, yeah, because I'm living in the United Kingdom and Alex in Colorado, so it's a big distance between us.
And even across time, because people might watch this in the future and then you're joining us together from the past and the future.
Oh, that's really beautiful. I didn't think about that. Okay, Alex, thank you very much. It's been 25 minutes already. And I really enjoyed spending a little bit of time with you and talking about this system that really changed our lives, not only financially, but mentally, because this is where happiness is, yeah, in our minds. So it's very important to reach a level in which we are at peace with ourselves, and that's everything that one can ask for, right? In my opinion.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you very much. Hope to see you soon again. And also, I will bring to this channel also other colleagues of mine, other colleagues of ours, yeah, from the Sedona College, to share with us the success stories that that they have until now by using the diamond cutter system.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.